5 seconds. Got to stay poised. Nvidia 35.6 for data center. Where is the total revenue? Total revenue 39.3. That is light. It's going to get smoked. What's guidance? Guidance of 43. 43 is good, but that's a light quarter. I think we go down here.
Order partially filled. Order filled.
43 is a good number, no doubt, but it's not that good. And current quarter of 39 is kind of blah, man. I'm bearish on this. Maybe the street thought it could be worse, you know, but I don't see this as a good number, like, at all. You know, one of the things about Nvidia is that they've been beating by so much over time that, oh man, it's dropping now, 133. This focus quote is not correct. We're at 133 now. We shorted at 135.74. So we are seeing 130 now. The quote is now correct. Below 130. Hope you shorted with me, guys. That was a good reaction speed. Probably want to cover it here. Well, that was a bad number. I mean, it's really a bad number. The guidance is good, but I don't know if I want to cover it just yet. Okay, it's down $10. Maybe down $10, I'd cover it. Look, it's not horrible. I mean, I think that both numbers should have been higher. You know, it's not the Nvidia of yesterday. Now, having said that, the valuation is also not the Nvidia of yesterday. It's more mature. So the huge beats and the huge guidance. Yeah, it's a $3 trillion company now. I mean, how much more can they do with that kind of thing? So I personally think, I mean, as you guys know, I shorted vol going into this. I don't mind the short I got off at 136. I really don't understand what people were doing there for a minute when they bid it to like 138. I tried to short more, missed it. But I don't think it's going to crater. I mean, I could see it down $5, maybe $10, but it's not going to be down $20 or something. So the strangle is good. Again, you know, just a slight complaint that they didn't really hit the number out of the park like they used to. And the guidance is also kind of, So this isn't really the Nvidia that we thought about. And think about, like, I remember think back to my .com days. When a growth company no longer smashes the estimates and they're just kind of meeting the estimates, you sort of look at it and you're like, maybe soon we're going to go from smashing them to just sort of slightly beating them, to meeting them, to being below them. That's the sort of, thing that you really worry about as a growth investor. You don't want, that sort of, outcome. It beat, but didn't beat big. Every quarter before they beat by 2 billion. And the 43 billion number is not a raise. That's pretty much what consensus was. But it's like I said, it's not a catastrophe or anything. It's just not that good. Yeah, exactly. I mean, Nvidia is not the Nvidia of yesterday, as I said a minute ago. Things have changed, quite a lot. Where the company's, very large now, and the valuation is much more reasonable. They've kind of grown into it. So huge beats are unlikely, but at the same time, it is a cyclical business, and you want to see big beats and big raises because, again, when there becomes small beats and small raises, then you wonder, are we just going to get meeting them? And then maybe you get slight misses and slight raises, slight guide downs. I mean, I think this is Goldilocks, sort of. It's a little shy of Goldilocks. Just a couple $100 million more in each would have been nice. So I think it's going to be slightly down. You're also talking about the biggest boom in capital spending boom ever, right? They just heard Meta, Google, AWS, everybody say, we're going to spend like crazy. We're going to spend more than we thought. And Nvidia is saying, well, our revenue is not going to be a whole lot more than you guys think. That's weird, right? I mean, you have Nvidia sort of saying, yeah, this is basically what the street thought. But meanwhile, Microsoft is like, oh yeah, we're going to spend like $30 billion more than you thought. Facebook's like, we're going to spend $20 billion more than you thought. Elon's raising another $10 billion to buy GPUs. So
order filled.
It's not exactly inspiring. And they depending on how if they really had Blackwell shipping in Q4, I think they should have beat by more.
Order filled.
Or if they didn't, they should be guiding by more. So they're both kind of not great. Jensen, here at Facebook, we're trying to connect the world. Okay, guys. We're going to need about 100,000 B100s. Okay, I'm covering some IonQ. This is a big move.
Order partially filled. Order partially filled.
I don't think it's going to go that down. I mean, maybe.
Order filled. Order filled.
I don't think they give 2025 guidance, right? They don't give annual guidance. They just give quarterly.